What's up guys, Jacob here. So today we're going to be talking about Godzilla the Planet Eater. So if you don't want to be spoiled on that, just letting you know now. The first two parts of the Godzilla anime series were highly controversial at the very least. While there are some fans that do enjoy this type of Godzilla film, the majority of Godzilla fans aren't very thrilled with it. So when Planet Eater was announced that it was going to have Godzilla Earth go against Ghidorah in some sort of new fashion, a lot of people had hope that it would rekindle some of that classic Godzilla feel. There was some expectation for a big fight that could potentially have saved the series. So what happened? They were let down, let's get to it! So outside of this happening, the Planet Eater still ended up following the same issues that the other films had. Very long and not exciting really at all dialogue between the human characters, as they followed the basic humans versus an otherworldly force sort of story that we've all seen multiple times. There's some epic shots of Godzilla, and sometimes the anime is pretty enjoyable to watch. Sometimes. Pretty much the biggest deal with the first two is that there was no real monster fights. It was just Godzilla and then the humans trying to fight him in multiple different ways. This has happened before with Godzilla films in the past, but for some reason this version just seems to fall a little flat, at least in my opinion. And sadly, the Planet Eater had to continue that same route. There wasn't really any monster fights once again. While this Ghidorah was pretty neat, I mean it was a cool take on the iconic creature, I wanted to actually see him fight Godzilla. Now the whole build up for this movie, I was thinking, man, if Ghidorah's just gonna come down out of the sky, circle around Godzilla Earth, grab him, lift him up into the air, and then something happens from there, and Godzilla would be able to come out on top. And that's exactly what happened. Godzilla couldn't do anything against Ghidorah when he first came out. Ghidorah just bit down on him, lifted him up, and Godzilla was just screaming like a little bitch. But after Meat Pie lost control of Ghidorah, pretty much that was it. Everything that enabled Ghidorah to have an advantage over Godzilla was gone. Since this Ghidorah was from a different dimension, it just seemed like he faded away. And even then, Godzilla was somehow finally able to physically hit him as well. So the fight pretty much just ended up being Godzilla punching Ghidorah a few times as he was dying. Looked cool, but why couldn't more than about 10 minutes of the film be this? And to finish this so-called epic finale fight, Godzilla Earth just shot his normal atomic beam into the little balls that Ghidorah originated from. And that was it. I can see why some fans like this series, you know, it has an interesting and unique take on the Godzilla story. So I'm not bashing it. I just think myself and a bunch of other people wanted something so much more better. But hey, that's why we have Godzilla King of the Monsters coming just around the corner. I'm not quite sure what the legacy of the Godzilla anime series will turn out to be. I know there are a few of you that really like this series, but overall I do believe it was a swing and a miss by Toho. It was a great chance to bring Godzilla to everybody in a new and exciting way. This is the best time to release new Godzilla content, with the MonsterVerse bringing up so much hype and excitement for the franchise. It really seemed like Toho wanted to stand out from MonsterVerse and the Legendary films. And while I respect that, I do believe it would have been a little bit better if they stayed more consistent to what made the Godzilla films awesome in the first place. But enough negativity, let's get excited. We have King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong still coming. And maybe even more if we can convince Toho that old Legendary knows how to make some good monster movies. I hope you liked today's video. If you want to see more like it, make sure to like and subscribe and become a resident of Dangerville. As always, this has been Jacob, and peace out.